Greetings and welcome back everyone to Prince of Persia, the Two Thrones. When we last left off, we had just drank from this fountain and we were about to start another cutscene. Why is it every time I try to do an intro, we get interrupted by plot and characterization? I absolutely adore how much the prince says just with a gesture of his body. He's like, "Are you gonna fucking open that door or not? Are you gonna make me stand here?" And she's like, "Fine, whatever." It says so much without a single word being said, and it is absolutely brilliant. And that is really what I love the Prince of Persia series for, kind of. Well, I mean the runny, jumpy, stabby gameplay as well, but I mean, and also the characters. I absolutely love how they interact with one another. It's just great. I love it to death. Yeah, but onto the gameplay. You just saw me there that I just decided to throw some dude off the cliff, and that remains to be one of the most effective ways to kill people when there are bottomless pits around. Bottomless pits are not only dangerous for you, but also the enemies. Thankfully, this game sort of understands that. It's like Mario Brothers, where you can just toss Koopas off the side of the floors and onto the bottomless pits or whatever. Anyway, so that's a real good way to try and kill enemies. Seriously, just double tap Y on it if you're using an Xbox controller. Double tap Y, you'll throw them off. Easy.
Your father.
He is a good man. No, a great man. Strong, loyal, kind, forgiving.
What is it?
That is to say, we did not part on the best of terms. It was many years ago. I was young and full of pride, full of fear as well. He offered to listen, but I could not find the words, would not find them. And I only hope that I may see him once more, to say that I am sorry. But this is a story for another time. Let us speak of other things. Surrounded by so much sadness, we should not succumb ourselves. Returning to the matter at hand, I cannot get to you from where I am.
I can close another shutter then. Let us regroup ahead.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Poor Prince and his father. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they got along too well. Don't even really know if the prince really talked much about his father. I can't remember him talking about it in Sands of Time. He occasionally, I think he spoke about it once in the credits of the Forgotten Sands. But no idea if he talked about his father in Warrior Within, because I didn't play that game because I didn't like the opening 4 hours or whatever, and I was like, I'll pass on it. But also, slowing down time here is really useful. I don't think you can actually stab this guy if you don't slow down time. I believe the guy behind him will turn and he will spot you before you manage to get up to him. Something like that, maybe? Not 100% sure, but yeah, that's what you want to do. And also, failed here. What you want to do is, like I said, you want to throw him off. So yeah, here I am just trying to get a bit better position, and he's off. There you go. Simple as that. Ready to go.
There is still no way for me to get to you. However, you can reach the throne room from where you stand. And I can pass through the greenhouse. This will certainly bring us to the same location.
Be careful, Prince.
Now, I just got a new ability there, which allows me to basically instantly kill any enemy at the cost of like 4 sand tanks. Now, you may be saying, am I going to use this? No, because it's absolutely rubbish. I never use it. I don't think, have I actually, I think I used it once in like a tutorial, like as a test, and then I was like, you know what, this is actually pretty awful, never using it again. It might actually be good if you're like speedrunning or something like that, maybe if you want to kill an enemy really, really quickly and you don't care about running out of sand, but the cost to reward sort of ratio right there, it's just not up to it. A lot of the powers in this game are actually kind of rubbish. Like, you'll rewind time and slow down time Those are great. Everything else, you know, like the sand, wind stuff, and everything else, it's just... No, I've got a dagger of time. I can just stab people to death. Or I can just slow down time and then speed kill them to death. You know, I've got all that sort of stuff already in me that I can do that. And I've got all these massive combos as well that I could perform. I don't really need these things that use up a ton of my sand tanks in order to kill like one dude. It's just... The cost to benefit ratio, not there at all. Also, quick save point, and going to edit out the save. Yeah, don't mind me. Yeah, there was no sand in there. For some reason, I swear the sand spawns in there. I guess I got unlucky. Oh well. Yeah. Slowing down time is actually still really useful for these little sections here. See? Slowing down time is a really useful power. People underestimate how useful it is. They tend to just, you know, do these platforming sections at normal speed like I am right now. But it's still really great to try and do them. Well, it's really easy and really great when you do it at slow motion because you have a wider, you have a bigger margin of error. I think that's the correct term. Basically, you can make more mistakes without being punished as much. I think I'm getting the point across. Anyway, this is probably one of the most annoying puzzles in Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. Thankfully, this is actually the this is basically the last puzzle we will actually ever encounter in The Two Thrones. Because, like I said in the previous part, we are in the final stretch right now, and yeah, this is it. This is the final puzzle. After this, it's just platforming sections and combat, and occasionally a few block pushing sections, but no real puzzles that make you go, now, bloody hell, what am I supposed to do here? No, it's all, this is it. Now, in order to solve this puzzle, it seems really confusing, but in reality, it's kind of easy because they give you a lot of tells in how to solve it. Now, the biggest giveaway is the platforms. The platforms to which you can reach another area. If you can reach an area, that generally means that's where you're supposed to go and move the turnstile. And then the turnstile will move the platforms up. You want to get all three platforms up. And if you see any sort of platforms move around and you can then get up to those platforms, that's probably where you're supposed to go. It's a safe bet that's where you're supposed to go and that's where you're supposed to move. You see me moving this one down, that's because I want to move the one on the far right. Actually, no, I think I can actually push it forward. Yeah, that's right, yeah, push it forward, I forget. My bad. Yeah, I want to push it up so that it moves it across, because actually moving it down also moves the little platform over there back off of it and forward from it. It's a bit weird. Also, Prince can get hit. He can land directly on fire and not get a single burnt mark on him. He's not even wearing a shirt or anything. Kind of ridiculous. Also here, I'm completely messing up how to push a turnstile. I'm pushing it down instead of up, so messed that up. And that's it. That is the end of that puzzle. See, it wasn't so hard at all. But trust me, your first time through, when you're just figuring it out, it is really, really confusing. And if you get stuck on that, do not worry, man. I know I said it's easy, but, well, after you figured it out and you understand how, you know, like, the positioning of the platforms and what they mean, after you figure that out, it's easy. Before you figure it out, oh my god, it's a nuisance. But anyway, oh, you just saw me waiting there? That's because, I don't know if you saw that, you can rewind the video if you want, but if you looked at my sands, it was empty, and that has killed me so many times. I would jump off of, like, the ledge in glee that I had managed to, you know, finish the puzzle, and then it would be like, oh, you have no sands left, you're dead now, and you can't rewind. Oh well. Sucks.
Do not take another step. I am impressed you made it past my little welcoming party. Impressed, but also quite annoyed. You have robbed me of my strongest allies. It would be unfair of me not to return the favor. Farah will make an excellent queen, fit for a god. Although we will need to make some modifications.
Let her go!
You act as though you have a say in the matter. Which you don't. Say hello to your...
The prince was cast to his death into a pit of darkness, robbed of Farah, distanced from the vizier. He had been warned that his journey would not end well. Ah, but do not be surprised. The prince's transformation saved him. Sometimes good can come of ill. Sometimes. Should I continue from here when you return? I will continue my story from here next time.
So anyway, did anyone see that transformation the prince did, and did it remind anyone else of, Power Rangers? I mean, look at this. See that? It's like Power Ranger transformations. He's morphing to save himself. It's like this. Basically identical. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the prince is the pink Power Ranger. Anyway, thank you for sticking around, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and GG.